And what a good reason. And Ernie Dingo, who knows this area so well and has been such a big part in the build-up, is at the first change, waiting for Nova Peresnebone to carry the torch. And we'll be speaking to Nova after this break. Well, Nova Peresnebone's going to turn right and not left, I can assure you of that, because she's on her way to Ernie Dingo and they're on their way to Uluru. And Nova joins us this morning. Not too long to go now before you get hold of that torch. Nova, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
You said, I know I'm going to hold onto the torch as tightly as I can and run as slowly as I can and make the most of every single second. Is that the way you're feeling right now?
Well, actually, the cold breeze, I might be running a bit faster than what I expected.
Nova, you're a gold medalist at the Olympics, the only Aboriginal to win a gold medal at the Olympics, a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. How does this compare now?
Well, I guess, you know, in sports you get so many different opportunities, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime. And I was sitting in the car before and I was thinking, my God, I've never felt like this in my life, ever before.
Nervous?
Very, very nervous and very excited at the same time.
Did you sleep last night?
I drifted in and out. All of a sudden I got up and thought, is it 7 o'clock yet? And I thought, no, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, go back to sleep.
And what are you thinking about today, despite the nervousness? I mean, Sean, your husband, and Jessica, your beautiful little daughter, are out here with you?
Yeah, it's a very, very proud moment, and you know, Sean couldn't eat breakfast this morning. He said, I'm so nervous and so proud, and like Jessie said the same thing. So, you know, when I'm out there achieving, you know, it's not without the family support.
It must be extra special, Nova, that it's starting here at the Rock, because it's significant to you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's it's the heart of Australia. It's a landmark for Australia, and it's a very significant part for the Mulajula community here. And you know, to be an Indigenous Australian, it's a great way to showcase our culture to the world.
There's another one waiting for you too. Hey, Dingo, where are you?
Mate, I'm here. See that?
Look at the legs.
Did you see that? Did you see that? I tell you what, mate, they'd be too busy looking at my brilliant smile here in the desert and all that. They won't even bother about my legs, mate.
Gee,
Ernie, you must...
Are they going to carry you a kilometre or what?
If they don't, mate, I'll be just floating.
Ernie, Nova's got, I think, 1.3 kilometre all uphill, isn't it, Nova, before you get to Ernie? How fast do you want Nova to get there, Ernie?
Mate, as long as she gets here fast with the flame, I don't mind. I'll warm myself up. No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Yeah, I've got all these people here under control. They're a windbreak for me. I'm cold, mate. I'm cold.
You seem so relaxed, Nova. I mean, Nova's pretty nervous here. What about you, Ernie? Is this a nerve-wracking day for you?
Do you know why she's nervous at the moment? Because she's sitting over there with tracksuit pants on and a bloody rug.
Cheating.
I'm the smart one, Ernie.
You're the smart one? Yeah, right, Nova.
Hey, she wants to stay warm. She doesn't want to drop it when she first gets it.
That's the silly thing about it, though, Nova. When you take all those warm stuff off, you're going to be freezing. Get out here and get used to this. God, it's trouble with these Territorians. Yes,
Ernie,
mate.
what about for you? You were the Aboriginal of the Year in 1994. Just briefly for you today.
Oh, it's going to be great. I'm very happy. I've been, you know, not only invited to come here as at the beginning of the race, at the heart of the country, but I'm on Anangu soil, and I do love this area. I'm Western Desert, and this is Central Desert, and it's a big part. Their language is a lot similar to mine, and I'm very happy to run on their soil because I won't be able to go home and do it because they're sending me off to Israel.
Fair enough. Ernie,
how do you end up there?
Nova and you are going to meet up with each other in about half an hour's time. All the best.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Terrific.
Just tell her to clean her lips.
Nova, good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks very much.
It's just the biggest day. We'll take a break, Stan, and we'll be back. That convoy's not too far away. And once again, good morning, Australia, and welcome to Uluru. And
we're getting closer, aren't we?
We are. And Nova is nervous, isn't she? Why wouldn't she be?
Well, she would be. It's a huge moment for her, and it's, as she said, probably even greater than the gold medal she's won at the Olympic and Commonwealth events.
This is the Uluru family, and Rita Jingo, Pixie Brown, Judy Trigger, and Millie Okai, who are all standing and waiting. And there's Nova. And they're standing and waiting now for the convoy, which is about to arrive. In fact, they're going past us as we speak. So Nova will take a deep breath and those lips will be pretty dry.
You can see the look on her face now.
Yep.
She's just so... She's so tense, isn't she? But once she gets it, she'll relax. She'll be into it.
Reggie, Andrew, Stephen and Cassidy Uluru are the men, along with Rita, Pixie, Judy and Millie, who will be part of a traditional lighting, I guess, of the flame with the torch, and they'll be handed from the Uluru brothers through the women members of the family through to Nova.
As you can see now, the convoy of cars and support vehicles are coming through.
The Uluru family have a long history here. Paddy, who was Reggie's, Andrew and Cassidy's father, who was the elder statesman.
And he was really significant. The first contact with Europeans in this area. He was one of the elders of this region, and there is there it is.
Yeah, the torch, in its great form, it represents optimism and celebration and the metaphoric layers of fire, water and earth.
It has the bend of the boomerang
yeah,
as well.
It sure does. And the sails of the Opera House as well, combining the best of both those.
It's amazing when you think about what actually goes into it, isn't it? It's not a simple thing to come up with a design, and each torch has to be different. So.
Company in Paddington and Sydney, Blue Sky Design, won the rights and have produced a beauty. And
as we've seen the convoy that's come in this morning, and this convoy will be pretty much the same that goes around the country. There's about 50 vehicles, 50 support vehicles.
Yep. With the Harley-Davidson bikes, which will be a real highlight. There's a couple here today. There'll be 4 on most occasions.
How many kilometres a day will it travel? About 250,
yeah,
270?
About that. It'll vary a bit, and at times it'll have to be transported to the next spot by plane or by all sorts of methods. There are amazing ways that they're actually going from point to point. And there's Nova, who left. There's Michael Knight, the so-called president. Nova, who left Darwin as a 21-year-old to make her way as a hockey player, and to think that as a 9-year-old in the Northern Territory, she won a half a dozen state championships and broke all these records, and 20 years later she's got 2 Commonwealth Games gold medals and an Olympic gold medal at home.
She's remarkable. She's known for her toughness and her tenacity. Absolutely nothing will get between her and what she wants to achieve.
Well, she had 4 wisdom teeth out last week. And I mean, she is tough, Nova. She's a wonderful competitor, and today's really such a different preparation, isn't it, Sir William Dean and Michael
She's
Knight?
actually going back into training, isn't she, this afternoon?
To Darwin, yeah. She's been up there with the sprint team.
A big task ahead of her, of course,
and she hasn't officially made the Australian Olympic team. That's will come in the trials in August, but
you wouldn't count her out, would you?
No,
I mean,
no, I'm sure
she looks lean and very fit, doesn't she?
There's no doubt about that, and she'll create a bit of history if she can do that by representing Australia in 2 sports at the Summer Olympics.
We've seen the event here that's been organised for the arrival of the torch, and there's going to be similar events throughout the country, aren't there? At least 180 different communities are going to be able to put on dinners and lunches and various events to welcome the torch. It's a wonderful sense of community spirit.
The first one will be here today at lunchtime at the local school oval, where the marquee has been put up, and there'll be a celebration here, and then on to Alice tonight. I mean, the news is around Australia carried the Alice Springs. Preparations last night, they're so excited there. And
they're putting out a huge Stedford as well.
Boy, what a shot that is. I mean, that is a great shot. I mean, a great Australian athlete and person, and with the symbol in the background.
You can't look at that rock and not be moved, and no matter how many times you see it. And as I said before, it is a living, breathing thing. It changes so much throughout the day.
Such excitement here, and well, probably the biggest day since 1985 in this region.
Oh, absolutely. You probably hear the choppers overhead just starting to get into position.
So what we're waiting for at the moment is just for everyone to get into place. Dawn Fraser, Murray Rose, John Devitt are just some of the people we've seen here today. And now the official moment will come where Sir William Dean and the Uluru brothers and Rita Jingo, Pixie Brown, Judy Trigger and Millie Okai will hand the torch from one to the other on to Nova, and then Michael Knight will officially announce the fact that the Sydney 2000 Olympic torch has begun, and here comes the flame. Another flame that early May when you were there in Olympia.
And that's right, the mother flame is there as a backup in case the torch does go out, and has gone out a couple of times, sometimes not by design.
I guess that's every torchbearer's dread that something might go wrong on their journey. Nova's got 1.3 kilometre journey, and a bit of it's uphill. And he's got the easy part. He's only got about 500 or 600 metres. But
You'll struggle to do that, Bruce.
Oh, wouldn't you? Your heart be pumping a bit, and as cold as it is, you'll be feeling very dry and very nervous right now.
I suppose what's going through her mind, Bruce, is that she stands there not just as an athlete, but as a symbol for this country. She is an Indigenous person. She does come from the Northern Territory. So much of her history is bound up here. And all of those thoughts are running through her mind right now, and the thoughts of her daughter, thoughts of her parents. And to be able to stand there with the Uluru family as they take the torch.
So, Reggie, and then Andrew, his brother. And,
they're such proud people, Bruce. They are so proud to have got this country back, so proud to be able to share this country. We were welcomed yesterday to country by an old man from here, and it was so generous, so gracious. And the rock and all that stands for is there for all of us to share and to come here and be part of this country. I was asked yesterday, are we making too much of the Indigenous aspect? And you can't, can you? You simply can't.
Still test it. It's a windy day out here, and Sir William Dean has the wick and with the flame, and hoping to light the torch, which I think he'd take place now.
He can hook his hand around it. He might have more of a chance to block that wind. It is very, very windy here today. Very cold.
Must bring back some memories too for the people that carried this torch in '56 in Melbourne. Some of them had the opportunity again in 2000. So Nova's 1 in a million, isn't she? 1 in 20 million really today. The first of the 10,000 torch bearers.
And it's a moment, I suppose, Bruce, to draw a line in the sand. Look, we all know the Olympics have been mired in controversy. We even saw controversy erupt in Olympia with the decision of Kevin Gosper to have his daughter be the first to run there. But this is a chance to draw a line in the sand, isn't it, and say, well, we're moving on?
I think so. I think the countdown's really begun now, don't you? Certainly the focus will be on the torch relay over the next 100 days and throughout all the communities and cities and towns of Australian regions, and with that the athletes' preparation. And we saw that 3 weeks ago with the swimming trials. It was such a wonderful success and so much expectation surrounding our team now, and with various teams being announced and battled over and positions fought for and won, and who's going to make it and who doesn't make it.
And
so
for you too, Bruce, this is really the beginning for you. Does it start to get the heart pumping a little faster?
For all of us at Seven. You know, Seven's got such a tradition.
The flame is alight now on Australian soil.
So the Uluru brothers are there, and I said Reggie, and the next brother Andrew, and then Reggie's son Stephen, and then Cassidy, who's the youngest of the brothers. I'll hand it from traditional owner to traditional owner.
You can hear the applause now as it's handed down by the traditional owners, ultimately into the hand of Nova Peresneva.
That's Rita Jingo. From Rita to Pixie Brown, from Pixie Brown to Judy Trigger, and then to Millie Hawkeye, and then to Nova Peresneva.
Oh, she's so proud. What a wonderful shot.
Here, in this very special place, our first torchbearer is a great Australian Olympic gold medalist. In 100 days' time, the athletes from all around the world will welcome the torch at Sydney's Olympic Stadium. In the meantime, the torch belongs to communities all around our nation. So Nova, let Australia's Olympic torch relay begin.